It has been a great year here at 67 Lemaister Street. We had a beautiful Christmas season in 2006, spending time with family. In January, we got on with the new year. Lots of time in the snow with the daycare children, who shared a bit in our Christmas celebrations before the decorations came down. And Chris went back to work with that extra pair of hands we'd used to pull the sleds up the tobogganing slope by Emma's school. February brought Emma more trouble with that bout of dehydration she went through last year, but we got on with the business of birthdays and Valentine's Day fun in the snow, as well as with our breakneck craft schedule. March was cold but fun. We celebrated St. Patrick's Day, did some Irish singing and dancing, and wearing of the green. The first day of spring arrived, and we changed gears accordingly, breaking out the spring toys and having fun with those. In April, we did some visiting, had a lovely time at Easter. In May, Emma took swimming lessons with the school, and Linda went on a diet. Two of the best things we have both ever done for ourselves. Linda also began to work on the garden in the front yard. In front of our fenced enclosure, the one Chris built last fall, it has turned out beautifully, and was something she'd always wanted to do. She has checked another item off her list. Let's try that again. Linda also began work on the garden in the front yard, in front of our fenced enclosure, the one Chris built last fall. It has turned out beautifully and was something she'd always wanted to do. She has checked another item off her list. In June, we returned to the farmers' market in town for a few weeks, but eventually stopped attending as there was not a big clientele and Linda was not selling as much as it cost to attend, really. Also, Chris's mom came up to see Charlie Pride in concert. Chris, with his quick internet reflexes, managed to snag us all front row center. It was a great show, and everyone had a great time. In July, Linda's mom visited Newfoundland for Come Home here at Robinson's. She stopped in to visit her sister and my cousins in Nova Scotia on the way back. The day she returned, we had breakfast at Denny's on our way to pick her up, before dawn. It was phenomenal. We took a week of holidays and went to Logos Land, took out our bikes, went to Storyland, and visited Chris's relatives in Picton. The summer was a bit too chilly for many days in the pool, but the week of our holidays it was lovely and warm, everywhere we visited. We enjoyed a couple of visits with Chris's mother last year as well. It was a great year for spending time with family. In August, Linda had finished with the daycare and did her interview at the school. She was unable to follow through and actually work, as the Teachers' College took a full 6 weeks to allow her certificate to be formally approved. Linda spent the last 2 weeks of August going through her wardrobe, pairing her old school clothes with things her mother had given her, over 40 outfits, without buying a single thing. She wore them every day for the first 2 months, even though she wasn't working. As well in August, we made another trip down to Picton to celebrate Chris's Aunt Pat's 65th birthday. We got to see some family Chris hasn't seen in years, and his mom made another trip up too. We attended church on Sundays as Chris, Uncle Jason, and the boys golfed. In October, it was family night at school, Emma's school Halloween party. Emma dressed up as Little Red Riding Hood. She was phenomenal. She even had a Little Red Riding Hood song and dance routine she'd practiced from a movie she'd been watching. Halloween was great fun. Emma and Linda walked from house to house while Chris stayed home and manned the door. We saw lots of our neighbors, past and present. A lot of them come back to the neighborhood to trick-or-treat, even after they move away, and had a great time. The weather was beautiful. During the fall, Chris and his friends also got together often for Wii Nintendo nights. They really enjoyed those. November saw Chris accept a position as automation team leader for a different department at Cognos. He has his own team now and seems to be enjoying the new responsibility very much. He'd never pegged him for a corporate man. December has been a flurry of shoeboxes for overseas church bazaars, practices for Emma for her role as Mary in the Sunday school pageant, the downtown parade in Ottawa, parent-student interviews at school, snow days, 2 snow days already this year on American Thanksgiving and again this past Monday, the craft sale at the Empress Kanata, and the Cognos Children's Christmas Party. Also the adult Cognos Christmas Party. A wonderful extravaganza of 1,000 people, a convention center, and a 17-piece rock band. Can't wait for ballet next week. I'm taking Emma to see the Nutcracker in the city again. She went with me last year for the first time and had a great time. Wishing you and yours a lovely Christmas and a wonderful 2008. My goodness, the years are just flying by.